Sa ating Sports Banter ay makakasama natin ang bagong Executive Vice President ng FIVB na si Mr. Ramon Tats Suzara. Good afternoon po, Sir Tats, and welcome to PTV Sports.
Congrats din po, Sir Tats.
Thank you, Raf and Bernadette. I'm very honored to be your guest here dito sa launch ng PTV Sports.
Sir, kayo na po ngayon ang President ng AVC at PNVF, tapos nadagdagan pa po kayo ng role bilang Executive Vice President ng FIVB. So with that, ano po ang vision natin sa pag-unlad ng volleyball sa Pilipinas?
Well, part of my mandate as a President of the Philippine National Volleyball Federation and was elected also President of the Asian Volleyball Confederation last month in August. This continues to do my job, not only in the Philippines, in Asia, and in the world, being elected or appointed as Executive Vice President of the FIVB. It means it's more work, it's more activities for me to help and support. I used to be with the Empowerment Commission of the FIVB for the last 4 years, so we have been helping a lot of national teams worldwide. Of course, including the Philippines, we are one of the biggest beneficiaries of this empowerment program ng FIVB.
Wow. Bukod po doon, sir, meron po ba tayong mga iba pang short-term goals siguro bilang Vice President ng FIVB?
Well, when I was, or during the elections of the AVC, I presented my 10-point agenda for AVC for the next 4 years. The first one is, of course, to put volleyball to be in the most popular sports, top 5 popular sports in Asia. That's the number one strategy. The second one is to have a permanent AVC headquarters in Bangkok. You know, our headquarters in Bangkok is temporary, but now we are having a new house. It's a new house, it's a big house, and hopefully by first quarter, the AVC house or headquarters should be ready. Of course, I'd like to form or organize a new important committees in AVC. The Athletes Committee. The athletes has to be involved in the affairs of Asia. Another one is empowerment, empowering women in sports, women in volleyball, empowering the national teams and federations. Of course, I'd like to push for some of the national federations from different countries. Now we are 65 countries, Asia, is to do a co-hosting of international events. Alam mo tayo sa Pilipinas, we've been hosting a lot. Thailand, of course, Japan are also hosting a lot, and Vietnam also. But I'd like to push for more countries in Asia to host more international events, Asia or FIV events. And then there is a part that we put what we call a safeguarding to protect our athletes and officials. And the highlight of course, is to partner with technology, broadcast, licensing. And last on the agenda of my 10-point agenda is the hosting of the first AVC Gala Night, honoring trailblazers in volleyball in Asia. So the best player, best male player, best female player, beach, indoor, best national federation. So this highlights the 10-point agenda for me for Asia.
All right, sir. May iba pa ba tayong plano para mas masuportahan po ng FIVB yung mga atleta, coaches, and staffs po?
Alam nyo, since we were part of the empowerment program ng FIVB, FIVB has been sending us foreign coaches sa national team. So you know, we have Brazilian coaches for indoor women and for beach volleyball. And now we have a men's Italian coach, since we are hosting the Men's World Championship next year. So this is part of the support that they're giving, aside from helping our national teams competing abroad. And alam nyo, our world ranking, men and women, were 117 the last 2 years. So after this empowerment program, our women now is 57 in the world from 117, and our men is 64 in the world from 117. Hopefully next year, we can improve more on our world ranking because we get a lot of points by competing a lot.
Yes po, sir. Nabanggit nyo nga po yung sa hosting natin next year. Kamusta na po ba yung update natin sa solo hosting ng Pilipinas sa FIVB? And historical po ito.
Yeah. Of course, I'd like to thank His Excellency President Marcos and the First Lady, Lisa Araneta Marcos. Last September 14, we had the one-year countdown here in Manila at Soler. And the next day was September 15. It was a concert being held for the first time in Malacanang Park, hosted by the First Family. So this means that the government is supporting this biggest World Volleyball event next year for the first time with 32 teams. Of course, we have Senators Alan and Pia Cayetano who are helping us. POC President Bambol Tolentino is in the board. PSC Chairman Bachman. Of course, our patrons of sports, the MVP, si Manny B. Pangilinan, is also supporting us a lot. So hopefully we are really moving forward. By next month, we are moving to a new organizing committee office at BGC. So we'll put in place everything there to prepare.
Yes po, Sir Tats. Just a quick follow-up lang po. Bali, kamusta naman po yung roster natin? Kasi naabangan din po ng fans
yes.
yan.
Now, all the national team players are in the club season. No? Our women players are having the PBL now, no? Yung PBL. But we have also, like our setter natin sa national team, si Gia is playing in Japan. No? And yung men naman are also having their club season, yung Spikers Turf. So, the club season starts usually October to May. This is not only in the Philippines but also worldwide, no? Asian, worldwide. Na lahat ng mga national team players, they go to the club. After the club, they go back to the national team. So by end of April, the national team players will report. Lahat ng alas, no? Will report and then we'll prepare already the competitions for next year. So there's a lot of competitions again next year. We have the first ever AVC Champions League. This is a new league that we will launch in May under my presidency. And then we have the AVC Challenge Cup. And then, of course, we have other events like Southeast Asian League, no? Yung CB League, we call it. And then we have the World
Next
Championships.
year po ito.
Next year yan, lahat yan.
Naku, ang dami pala.
Oo,
Ang daming
marami. So,
nakapila.
it's a good exposure for our team sa Alas, no? Ang beach volleyball natin, ongoing. We have the World Beach Pro Tour this coming weekend, November 28 to December 1 at Nuvali Sand Course, no? So, walang ano yun, buong taon yung beach volleyball. Not like the indoor, it has a season for the club.
Pero Sir Tats, yung nabanggit nyo po, no, end of April, possible na mag-start yung national team natin
Yes.
for FIVB.
Yeah.
Sapat ba yung panahon na yun?
Well, normally the national team, after the club season, if there is the first tournament, usually May or June, you have 1 month to prepare. Not only us, but all other countries are the same. But for the World Championship, I'm sure the program that our coach Angelino from Italy are doing is to have a European tour. Of course, training camps in Japan and Korea before the World Championship in September.
Alright.
Sir Tats, some months ago, you appeared in the PSA forum at napag-usapan nga po natin doon yung issue kay Jaja. It was
Okay.
fresh back then.
Yeah.
Hindi siya nakatuloy unfortunately sa national team ng Japan. Pero sinabi niyo po na bukas yung pintuan ng ating national team for her to come back. Tanong lang po siguro ng karamihan dyan, meron po bang line of communication pa rin between our national team and sa kampo ni Jaja?
Yes, Jaja has been communicating with our head coach, George, and it will depend on her schedule if she will still like to play in the national team. No, like Gia has been playing in Japan, but she's coming back to play in the national team, and other players who are playing outside of the Philippines. So she's still welcome, of course, if she really wants to play in the national team, because her federation of origin is still the Philippines, no? Even though she's a Japanese citizen. No?
Sir, yun nga po yung involvement niyo sa volleyball in 3 different levels, nasa local, Asian, and then world.
Yeah.
Sa big picture lang po, sir, ano po yung masasabi niyo sa improvement or development ng sport ng volleyball dito po sa atin?
I think this is a big opportunity to have a lot of collaboration, cooperation with other countries. We have good relationship with European countries that our teams can play. Even our beach volleyball was in Italy for a competition early this year. Our men's and women's alas indoor will have a lot of competitions also next year, whether in Asia or in Europe. So there's a lot of opportunities, competitions, because as discussed with our foreign coaches, we need at least 30 matches in a year. And 30 matches is a lot. So you need to compete a lot, no? Whether here or abroad or somewhere, no? So this puts to our objective that the more they play, the more that we will improve. And we're targeting that they play much more outside of the Philippines and come back for the competitions in the Philippines.
Alright po, ano din po kayo masasabi natin sa progress naman ng volleyball sa Pilipinas? Kasi ngayon po talagang ang dami po nating hinost na volleyball league dito and yung suporta talaga ng mga fans natin.
I think the Filipinos are volleyball crazy fans. There's a lot. I think we are one of the most important volleyball fans in the world. In fact, during the FIB World Congress in Portugal, Philippines is one of the highlights as a fan crazy country for volleyball worldwide, not only in Asia. When the last 3 years we've been hosting the VNL, volleyball fans are really there to cheer. Not only, we don't even have a team, but to cheer for all the teams that are competing sa VNL. And now come the World Championship with 32 teams, I'm sure there's a lot of exciting games both in MOA Arena and Araneta Coliseum.
Yes.
So maraming mapapanood tayong for 17 days next year, September 12 to 28 for
And
the World
that
Championship.
bodes well for us rin po dahil makikita talaga ng mga iba't ibang liga around the world na the Philippines is a viable venue for
Yes.
big events in volleyball
Yeah,
talaga.
and now some of the other, I've been talking to some of the presidents of the national federations like Canada, USA, Italy, of course Japan, Slovenia, Korea. They would like to come earlier before the World Championship. They like to come 2 weeks before. And there are some interest from our local government to host these teams, to do some social activity, clinics sa mga bata. So they're most welcome to come earlier. So this is really a good chance for us to really expose a lot of opportunities, not only for volleyball itself, but for also the local government and for our children also.
Alright, maraming salamat po Sir Ramon at pinaunlakan niyo po kami dito sa PTV Sports Network.